So we're doing this series on if you've ever been cheated on, and everyone in the office has to give their side of the story. So this is mine. First of all, disclaimer, this is not about you. It's a story I'm telling, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's you I'm talking about. So I was seeing this dude, and we were starting to see each other. It hadn't gotten to a serious point of that one for actually now we are seeing each other completely. So we were not actually completely exclusive. And this weekend we're going out with my pals, and he told me, he's staying at home, he's working. So we go out, we go to Kani. I get to the dance floor, and who's there? He's there with some other chick. Sema, him getting shocked. Me being the diva I am, I did not talk to him, I did not look at him, I did not do anything. I left, and then I put my phone on mute and left the club. The next day I had like 30 missed calls. I've never talked to him since then. So that's my being dumped or dumping story. You decide.
When was it? This was it was what, 7 years ago. Yeah? Knew this beautiful girl, amazing personality. I mean, she was fun, she was really cool to hang out with. And we started dating. We dated for about 8-9 months. We were almost a year into that relationship. And then somewhere across the you know how things happen sometimes. You start getting, someone starts changing and they start doing things differently, and you notice these two signs. And you start sitting her down and you start asking her questions like, oh, what's going on? Nothing's going on. She tells you, no, we're fine, we're good, and everything's okay. So that became the norm, that she started, avoiding me and disappearing, going to different places. And being the kind of person I was, so I decided, let me try and see if I can fix this. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. Hapa ndio unajua mwanamke ni mwanamke anaweza kuwa mjinga. But anyway, what she did is she ended up there was some occasion for a birthday that she was having. So I did this really cool thing. I went and I hired out a club for an afternoon. We got an open bar. I was organizing a surprise party for her and a few friends of hers. And I remember on that day, I had, I was driving around Nairobi and I bumped into the sister, and I was asking the sister, make sure that, your sister is there for the plan, and that, and I also bumped into a friend of hers on the same day, telling her, but don't forget, keep it undercover, it's a surprise and all of this. And for some reason, I didn't think she would not make it. But when the party occurred, like when the time for the party was there, I'm trying to get a hold of her. She's nowhere. Her friends can't get a hold of her. There's this group of people inside the venue. Everyone is waiting for her to show up. Guys are drinking and enjoying themselves. She never showed up. And when I called her, finally, and got a hold of her, she told me that she was, with a friend of hers who was feeling unwell, and she was at the hospital, that I was supposed to come in. Like I should have told her about the plan before I'd set it up. And we had a bit of an argument, and I was telling her, it was a surprise. I wasn't going to tell you, but and she told me that she was at the hospital. I'll never forget. She said Nairobi Hospital up hivi. And I believed her at the time, until 3 hours later. And I woke up, I'm on social media, and I'm scrolling through, social media, and we had a few mutual friends, and I was on Facebook, and I see someone has been tagged on a picture. And where is she? She's somewhere in the middle of Nakuru, I don't know where, at some sporting event. And in that picture, there's a guy who's busy, like eating her neck up and all of that. And I looked at it and I was like, So I called her again and I asked her, hey, so what time do you think you're going to be available? Because it is your birthday, like I want to take you out for dinner and stuff like that. And she told me like she doesn't think she's going to make it. She'll be stuck at the hospital the whole night with her friend. And I told her, cool, I'll pass by the hospital, come and see you. We can chill and you can tell me about your friend. At least let me bring you your birthday gift. I cannot not see you on your birthday. She kept on saying, no, it's okay, I don't need to come, it's fine. So I drove I decided, okay, now either way, I'm going to drive to Nairobi Hospital. So I drove to Nairobi Hospital. I asked if there was a patient called so and so there, and all of that. The guys were telling me, nah, that's not happening. It's not the case. I was like, okay, fine. And then I looked for her car around the parking lot. It wasn't there, so I knew she was definitely not there. So I just took a screenshot of the picture that I saw on social media and I sent it to her on WhatsApp, and I told her, I hope you enjoy your time, in Nakuru. And that's when she realized, oh fuck, she messed up. So she starts trying to get back at me, trying to tell me, no, why are you stalking me and why are you doing all of these things? And I'm saying, I'm not stalking you, it's your birthday. I'm trying to do something special for you on your birthday, but you're lying to me that you're in a hospital. So that's when it began going downhill. And I find out later through different sources that apparently that person was her boyfriend, and all this time I thought I was the boyfriend. That's how I got curved by a chick, by the way.
Hi, so this is my story. So there was this guy I was dating, and because we were girlfriend and boyfriend, we had this kind of arrangement where every Friday we'd meet at his place. So this Friday I'm all jazzed up, I'm going to see Boo, and then I texted him at around Kedo, tuseme 1, 2. So I told him, yo, I'm on my way, when I fika Alhala. So si mimi huyo kaguna njia matatu nimeenda kuona boyfriend. Kufika stage nikamwambia nimefika stage, I'm not walking to your house. Didn't reply. I'm like, maybe he's left his phone in his bedroom, ameenda kufanya kitu tu. So I walked to his place. Then I found the gate was open. So simi nikafungua, I know where the room is, I know where his house is. So I went straight to his house. Then he was playing loud music. So I was like, I'm going to surprise him because maybe he didn't think I would get there that fast. Kufika nafungua mlango, nikafungua. Whatever I saw, hata sidhani kuna scenario ingine kama hiyo. The guy was in bed with another chick. Believe it. And when he saw me, he was like, oh, it's not what you think. I'm sorry. It is what I see, not what I think. And when I went back home, he called, he sent texts, all this rubbish and shenanigans that boys always tell girls. But I was not having it. So that was the end of me and that ninja. And by the way, si atulinisaidia sana kimaisha. But all in all, you lost. This chick is worth $1,000,001.
Once upon a time, anyway, it was my birthday 2012, and we went out and I got drunk. Like I was fed shots, like literally fed shots, yeah. So I blacked out in the car, and then some guy came, those guys would just come check up on you, like, are you doing fine? Yes, he's my friend, and he's a friend to my ex then. So he came to check up on me and he found me asleep, and then he was there soothing me and giving me water, and I was just like, oh my god, she's so cute. Like, he's actually helping me recover from this lethal alcohol. So one thing led to another. The next thing I know, I was making out with him, and no, we did not have car sex. No, I'm not about that life. But my boyfriend now came in to check on me, and then he found me making out with this guy. Like, we're not in that position for he's just helping me. We're in that position for you're cheating. So yeah, that's my story. I'm embarrassed, but oh well.
So I've both found someone, busted someone for cheating on me, and also I have been busted for cheating. Okay, so the time I was busted for cheating, this was a while back when there used to be this club called Vola along Gong Road, right? So the time I went there, I'd borrowed my mom's car and I went to Vola, and at Vola I went out, had a good time, met up with some lass. She was a bit older than me, and I was like, okay, why not? I need experience anyway. So for some reason she decided it would be best if we took her car. It was pretty dumb on me. So I left my car at Ngong Road and we went. This lady used to live along Kileleshwa, somewhere in Kileleshwa. So yeah, we bounced, got to her apartment, did whatever we're doing. Then at some point in time I had some commotions, like someone was trying to check in the digs. So now, you know me, I'm like, but hey, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. So what I did was, with all the commotion, because she ended up arguing with a guy, I didn't care who the guy was. For me, I just dipped. I dipped and I ran. And I literally ran still putting on some of my clothes on. Yeah, so I ran. Fortunately for me, where we were, there are some cabs around there. So I managed to get a cab all the way back to Ngong Racecourse to my mom's car, and then went home and acted like nothing had ever happened. That's my story. The one for me, busting someone cheating. What happened was, actually, I was in a relationship with this girl, and she was friends with someone who was in my social circles, but on the periphery. He was a friend of a friend, you know, sort of situations. And they ended up getting involved. They were banging, they were smashing. So when I found out what was happening, I confronted this lass. I'm like, yo, you and this guy, what's up? And the shorty just told me, yeah, it is what it is. And that was the end of my relationship.
So how did I find out I was being cheated on? Well, the girl I was being cheated on with called me one fine night around 12:30 a.m. I receive a phone call. I pick up the call and the chick is asking, hi, is your name Kate? I'm like, yes, it is. And she's like, do you know Mr. X? And I'm like, yes, I do. He's my boyfriend. And she's like, well, I've been finding all your text messages on his phone and I just wanted to know who you were because I'm his girlfriend. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. It gets worse because the next day I get a second call from a second chick telling me she's his girlfriend. And I was like, you know what? They can have him because I can't be here not even being 2 times, but we're being 3 times? No, man. Okay.
Yo, so I've been cheated on once. I've been so careful since then because I've been a smart ass dude. But when it happened, I was such a young dude and I was so heartbroken. It happened one morning. I got a text from her. Yo, last night I fucked someone else, and I couldn't take it. I wept for the whole day. She was a shisha girl, party girl, but I was a church boy. But we connected, but I didn't expect her to cheat on me, so I had taken her with all her differences. But the world is a bad place. You don't trust anyone with your whole heart. So since then, I've never trusted any chick, and that's how I dealt with it.
So my story comes from when I was about 17 or 18. I was been seeing a guy for about 6 months. Things were going well, so I thought. We went to a house party and we'd had a fight earlier on, so we weren't properly talking. And everyone was drinking, everyone was a bit, on a level. And I was outside playing games, drinking games. And I walk into the kitchen and he's full on making out with some other girl. Like, completely didn't notice me until I knocked over a cup. I went outside, obviously upset. He still didn't know I found out until I left the party and found out the next day that he had gone home with a girl, which was great to find out, So yeah, we had a big argument, broke up, and I never spoke to him again. And I still haven't, and it's been about 10 years now. Lord knows where he is.
Kuna akadem kamoja. Tulikutana tu nako ita, unajua town ni kubwa kabisa. Kalikuwa kameiva. Aka kadem sasa siku moja kaenda nako out. Kaniambia ile ya kuzo yangu anakama. Akaniuliza kaa kuzo kana kama. Nikasema wacha kama. So the cousin came. It was a very good night. A few bottles here and there, dancing here and there. She was cute, but definitely mwanaume ni mwanaume, lazima uangalie kando. Lazima upime standards kama unafika uzito. Yeah, that was a good evening. Good music, some good whiskey, some good company. So after that night, she insisted she's going home. She has an early morning the following day. Mimi nikasema enda. Kwa nini kwa? Kwa hiyo akikuja kwangu ndakufa. So she went. Then the following day, akifika home akunicall. Ameniambia unikuzo yake. Unajua kupenda mtu inakuanga tu ni in mind. Ni kuchanganyika tu mtu kwa amechanganyikiwa nothing. So after hiyo sikaenda home. She never called. So I called the following day, simu haiende. Then I called her friend. Friend akaniambia boss, umeingizwa box. Huyo ni kazini, huyo si kazini. Alikuwa na nani nikamwambia. Acha nikasema majina. Kaambia boss, huyo si kazini yake. Umeingizwa box. Kama yuko kwako kwanga huko kwingine. Nikamwambia ni town. Lakini beshtaka alikuwa msupu. That's a story for another day. Actually, ni vile ningetangulia na beshta yake. Beshtaka alikuwa mrembo sana. Sijui kwa nini nilikatia huko. Yeah.
History yangu ni ile tulikuwa na issues na dem. Alafu so nilikuwa nimempiga introduction kwa beshta yangu. Tulikuwa na issue ile. So after issues akaanza kusema sijui ati kuna distance between me na yeye. And then we ended up having like a silent treatment for like a month or so. So for the moment nilikuja kupata dem, I had my feelings ama nilikuwa na gazi ananiambia something happened. So I didn't know with who. But sasa after I got to know, nikamconfront akaniambia niaje ati you are not there, I needed someone to talk to. And so the guy was the only one that I could talk to. Kaka happen. Akasema anyway, who am I to reverse what just happened? Nikakubali na nikaendelea. Anyway, Mungu alalipia utapatikana.